Subsequent times. I can never remember that. Just shame on me in general. Okay. I can.
Cool.
There you go. I'm going to start setting up in case our third doesn't show up here in the next 4 minutes. I'll do my alt setup.
And I was taking over Jack with Crocs, right?
Yes. Well, pretty sure that's right. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And let me turn these on. Where are these that I want to turn on? Oh, just like everything else. Too cluttered. Everything else in my life. Too cluttered. There it is. Why is it like that? Oh, guys. I did something. Oh, I remember.
Across an empty land.
Don't get too excited yet, poor.
Pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet. Sat by the river and it made me complete.
Step 1.
Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting older, I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. I came across a fallen tree. I felt the branches of it looking at me. Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of?
Okay.
Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in.
We got this.
I'm
Hell.
getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. So if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything. So why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know.
Oh, 1 minute. All right. That rascal. He's done it again. Jerry Lee.
Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting
One last
old
thing.
and I need something to rely on. So
everybody. Hi there. Hi there. Hi, folks that are already here, folks that are on their way. You're not going to hear me saying hi, though, because you're not here. So I'm not sure why I'm addressing you. But, you know, when you watch this back again later, say, oh, man, I was running late. I hope they acknowledge that I showed up later. I don't know why you would do that. But here we are. Hey, there's 3 of us. Is there any? Oh, there's a text message. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Thought it was tomorrow. It's always been. I read the message. Alrighty. Man, you guys could have made easy money betting on Bill Wallace. Or against. I'm not sure. I don't know how betting works. Hi, we're here. This is the show now officially. Now officially I know that it's so I'm glad. I'll get into it later. But I'm glad you were able to get in. I'm glad I got the coverage. So welcome everybody. Hi, happy times, super good times. The show is happening. We're doing things. We still have 2 amazing, wonderful people. It's been a while since we've had a 2-person show. I'm not going to look it up. I have the tab right here, but I'm not going to look at it. Welcome, guys. Let's start. Ben. Hey, Ben. How are you? Also, this will be a good time to make sure that I've got your audio set properly. That's not helpful.
Hey, Jesse.
There you are. Hi there.
Can you hear me now?
I can, very much. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, good. 2022. Good to see you.
You too.
How's things?
Thanks for having me.
Of course. You're one of my favorites.
That's
true. Not just buttering you up.
That's nice of you. I've been pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. I was just actually in Sacramento last weekend. I did the weekend featuring for Kyle Donegan at Sac Punch, so that was really fun.
Awesome.
I always love going to Sacramento, so good time.
Sorry you didn't swing by and say hello. Actually, last weekend we weren't doing anything, so you couldn't have swung by. So there, it was no fault of your own.
Yeah, it was only Friday and Saturday that I was up there anyway. So.
Yeah, it was a 5th weekend, and I got a little too behind on trying to get that set up, so we missed. I just took some time. How about instead of missing a weekend, I just took a goddamn break. How about that? Well, good. Glad you were in town. Glad you came through and are having a good time. I'm ramping up. It's gonna be good. Good to have you back, as always. We'll get into more stuff later. We got to figure out. I got to find something here, Melony. I got to find whatever the cold open's going to be. Where I'm a little too low energy. I'm not getting enough fantastical information that we can riff on and have something funny out of context, completely in and of itself. That's just a weird drop that opens the show.
So no pressure on me.
No.
Is what you're saying.
We'll conversate, all of us. It'll be fine. Well, how are you're here a lot?
Yeah, I was just here last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm not saying that as a negative, but you are here a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm still recovering from Pilk.
Oh yeah, that was not great.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So for those that might not have been here last night, Pilk. That is
Pepsi milk.
Pepsi milk. It shouldn't be a thing. We proved that, I think, last night.
Yeah.
That should not be a thing.
See, I still think that both of them were kind of good. Dylan has forbidden me from using the word pilk in our home.
Yeah. I think the worst part of it definitely is the name. That's because it just sounds like you're about to throw up.
Yeah.
It's just hold on. I gotta reset you back up. So yeah, that was an experiment last night. We tried that. We tried some multiple weird concoctions. And I think I did not feel well when I went home.
I definitely did not feel well when I went home. Yeah.
So
just an evening of Taco Bell, Smirnoff,
yeah,
pilk.
I forgot about all the other
Yeah.
additions to that concoction. That wasn't best. We're not. I'm especially not some like college kid anymore to subsist on that sort of
shit. Neither am I. Like,
oh
yeah, all of us are like in our 30s now.
Oh, well, that's nice. It's nice of you to say.
Yeah.
Pilk. How does that sound to you, Ben?
Pepsi and milk? I don't know. That sounds good.
No. What were the variations of Pepsi that we were having?
So we had Nitro Pepsi.
Nitro Pepsi.
And then we also had Coke Starlight.
And Coke Starlight, two things that I hadn't tried before, and that have their own problems going in.
Yes.
And then you add dairy to them, and it's just.
Yeah. I actually kind of like the Starlight Kilk.
Yeah, I guess it'd be Kilk or Silk. I take that softer C.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
don't know.
Yeah, but then that's too much positive marketing for the Starlight Pill.
Okay. Don't want to deliver any positivity towards these two abominations that we ingested.
Yeah.
Well, the beauty about this, with the two of us, the three of us, the two of you, the three of us, is that this will be faster, so I could dick around all I want up top. Yeah. We probably shouldn't, but we can. Anything interesting going on? We're gonna go back to Ben, because I'm letting you off the hook. Anything fun, interesting, terrible happened recently?
No, I'm just drinking straight up drinks, not mixing anything.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I've never been. I guess I'm not classy enough. I'm still a garbage drinker. I haven't been able to just have a nice whiskey or a brandy or something like that. It's not.
Well, I mean, like non-alcohol. Like I drink milk by itself.
Oh, okay. Well, good. That's probably better.
I would argue that drinking straight milk is worse than drinking straight whiskey, but that's my personal hang-up. I
used to be big, and I'm probably the worst because I'm straight up vitamin D. I'm the thickest we can get. Give me. I want real milk. Might as well just be drinking gray water if I've got anything else.
I don't know why I said I drink milk. I don't think I've had a glass of milk in about 10 years.
Yeah, I don't think I have either, and it's always sort of weird. It's just, oh, okay, that was that. Why did I buy a half gallon of this?
Put it in milk in my coffee.
Yeah.
That's it.
I have my powdered cream. Are we? This sounds like an old conversation. I don't have milk. I'll put it in my. I don't know. I'm a crotchety. Well, I say that knowing that I can barely move because I tweaked my back at some point in this afternoon. So yes, this conversation keeps getting older. I'm sorry. I have so many ailments. Yeah. What are your thoughts on acupuncture?
On acupuncture? I have actually done acupuncture.
Yeah.
I tried to. I went to a doctor and was just like, I'm in pain.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, we'll give you acupuncture because why give you real medication for your problems?
Sure.
And
yeah.
There's something about taking somebody with an anxiety disorder and filling them with needles.
Sure.
That's not the best idea.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ben?
May I recommend needles and milk?
Milk. Yeah. You got to dip the needles in the milk and then channel your energies through them. I don't know. There might be something more holistic. I don't get it, and I have a hard time getting yet rearranging your energies and all those sorts of things. But
I'm sorry to pull a milk surface, but I have to get off the stage before I piss myself.
Oh, okay, good. Good. This is how we start most of our shows nowadays. There's scarcely a show that we do, especially in the last several weeks, that doesn't include someone running for their pants' lives. So here we are. Welcome to it. We'll get started here in a second. No, yes.
I went to the bathroom before the show.
Yeah, as a professional does.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Melony did, as is more in line with the STAB program, did spend their time since I got here finishing their last prompt. So it's forgivable that they didn't have potty time.
I finished my prompts last night.
Nobody does that. And Melony, coming to their own defense from the bathroom, that they
she can hear from the bathroom.
Well, they sent a message in chat that they did go to the bathroom before the show too. So it's just that pilk is still working its way through. You can't contain it. All right, let's.
Pilk.
Yeah, pilk.
I prefer Mepsi, actually. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
I'll be
go
right
ahead.
back.
Everybody's just. You know what? I feel like I should get a drink or something now. I've got. Man, look at me! I've got my water. It's the sound of hydration. All right, guys. Let's. All right, Ben's back. A lot faster. Not going to say anything, but it's. All right, let's get the program going. I'm going to make sure that I've got this ready. Is it
Who's
loud?
the guy that didn't show up?
Bill Wallace, our good friend, Bill Wallace, who has.
Does he have a good excuse, or
no?
is he just
No.
no?
Thought it was tomorrow.
Oh,
It's been
so he didn't do
Thursday
it.
for a year and a half, probably. But but
Yeah,
he recently
lying.
moved to New York, so they don't have Thursdays there. Is
Right.
what I understand.
Right. They haven't ever had them there.
No, they tried it for a while and then realized no.
Thursday's strictly a West Coast thing.
Yeah, Thursdays are hella. All right, let's do this thing, shall we? That's the wrong tab. How many do I have? I've got less than 30 on this computer. Am I even working? All right, here we go. Program starting.
Roughly 24 to 92 hours ago, STAB's team of comedy scientists commissioned 3 specific humorists to give various potentially comedic takes on several random topics, which they will now
Well,
perform
yeah.
for the first and likely
I don't
last
think I had
time
Alston make one
in
of
front
those.
of a live studio audience
I
in a
should.
show called Stab.
Welcome to the Stab Show, the least energy-efficient podcast the world has ever seen. Let's introduce tonight's panel. Our first panelist sells whoopsie insurance to mom-and-pop nuclear reactors. He's a hilarious stand-up comedian. It's Ben Feldman.
Clean wave, everybody. Clean wave.
Clean wave. And our second and final panelist could buy Twitter too if they wanted, but they don't have to flex like that. They're the producer of Friend Fiction. It's Melony Ford. Also
Hello.
Queen Wave. Also.
I said hello.
Oh, hello. And I'm your host, Jesse Jones, and you can't prove otherwise. We don't normally have this much opening left by the time we get to this point. Welcome to Stab, an exercise in seeing how panic creates comedy. Let's meet tonight's panelists more, shall we? Ben, hey there, good to see you again. Oh, the difference between my pre-show voice and my show, it's energy. It's energy. Welcome, Ben. Good to see you.
Hi. Good to see you too, Jesse.
You're
It's been
just-
a couple months.
Yeah,
Thanks for
it's
having me
always
back.
too long. I always It's a bad personality trait in a business owner to not want to bother people.
Yeah.
So, and especially a podcast host. God, that's the worst. So I should bother people more because I like having them around. You were in our neck of the woods last week, apparently.
I was up in Sacramento last weekend. Yeah, I love the place. I love Sacramento crowds. I think they're the best in the nation.
Wow. That is...
And I should know. I've been all over California, so...
And that's all that counts.
That's all that counts.
Good to have you again. You're still doing shows over there in the East Bay?
Yeah, I still run my Friday, Saturday shows called Comedy Oakland in Oakland, and that's been going for, we just had our 13-year anniversary, although I've been a producer for about 4 years. And then we just opened a new room in Berkeley called Backroom Comedy. It's in a place called Backroom Music, which is a jazz venue. Really, really nice underground, brick walls, the whole classic jazz venue vibe, but for comedy. And we got all couches. It's really, really cool. So if you want to check it out, go to comedyoakland.com, and there's a link that says Berkeley. And then I also run the Sunday showcase at the Punchline here in San Francisco.
Oh, nice. Man, that Berkeley room sounds wonderful.
It's great.
Well, maybe I have to take a field trip one of these days. We haven't done an out-of-town stab in a long time. But I like that jazzy sound. That sounds like a great room.
Yeah.
Well, good to have you again. Always a favorite around these parts. Another always favorite, and filling in on another 22-ish hour notice, is Melony Ford. Hi there.
Hi.
Good to have you. Good to see you. We defiled our innards together last night.
We sure did.
All
wow.
Yeah, there's no other phrase for it. All thanks to our good friend.
I hope that's a food reference.
Or
drinking reference.
Yeah. One way or the other. We're defiling innards around here. So yeah, you making your presence known a lot around here. Of course, Friend Fiction next weekend.
Yeah, Mix Fits adjacent this weekend. I don't actually know what we're calling this weekend, but and then Friend Fiction next weekend. Nice. Yeah.
And you've got other friends of the show.
Yeah, I've got Milk and Cake from Nymphomercial. Yeah, and I'm doing the writing this month. Yeah. So,
have you, since like the first one, have you written a Friend
I
Fiction?
wrote the first one to test the concept. I haven't written one since.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How's it coming along?
I'm not as far as I want to be.
Naturally.
Yeah. I always, I'm just like, you really need a month to do this. And then I just do it all in a week. But that seems to be how everybody does it. I think that's just how writers are. So
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've said a couple times when I started hosting over here, well, it slipped a little bit, admittedly, but used to give people 2 whole days.
Yeah.
To wait until the last minute, basically.
Right.
Because I know I'm gonna be back in the on the panel again in a couple weeks, and I'm not gonna start until noon that day.
Right.
That's just how it works.
Yeah.
I
didn't start till 3 today.
Well, there you go.
I only had 22 hours. So.
Well, whose fault is? Well, it's mine. It's largely mine.
No, it's fine.
But good to have you again, as always.
Thank you.
Let's begin. Shout out to Bill Wallace. Rest in peace. No, Bill's fine, but he's dead to me. Not strictly true. Here we go. Let's begin the show. Like the show proper, because we have too many pre-shows. Starting as we often do with reorganization. America got you down recently? Sure, why wouldn't it? With the stripping away of rights, the blind eyes turned to the rampant homelessness epidemic, and the American dream becoming more and more every day a cruel joke which has been made largely and purposefully unattainable, it's understandable. So maybe it's time for a change of scenery. But you don't want to learn a new language or cross an ocean of anything. I've got just the thing. The GVRD, or Greater Vancouver Regional District. Escape to our neighbor to the north and fill your belly with syrup and joy. But until we can all finally achieve our Great Vancouver Regional District dream, for now, we'll have to figure out what else GVRD might stand for or represent to you. Ben Feldman, what's your GVRD?
Well, Jesse, this was the hardest goddamn prompt of my life. I mean, it's hard to imagine GVRD meaning anything other than the Greater Vancouver Regional District.
No, right?
West Vancouver, Surrey, Maple Ridge, Vancouver, Pitt Meadows, Burnaby, not to mention the township of Langley and Port Moody. My God, I almost forgot Port Moody. I mean, if that collection of districts aren't forever associated with the acronym GVRD in my mind, I don't know what is. And that's despite the fact that the Greater Vallejo Recreational District is just up the road from me. But I stretched myself and I managed to come up with something. GVRD stands for Greater Vancouver Rotisserie Disorder.
Okay.
Bunch of people up there can't get enough of that rotisserie chicken, and it's a problem, Jesse.
Thank you, Ben. I did also notice when I searched, does GVRD actually mean Greater Vancouver? The Vallejo the Vallejo one was actually the top result for GVRD. So I felt
We have GVRD.org, in fact.
Oh man,
Vallejo got it over massive Vancouver district.
oh you drop a stitch like that, and Vallejo will always swoop in on you. It's because of the roller coasters. They're used to it. Thank you, Ben. Melony, hey there. One might imagine that you have a GVRD too, so how about we hear it?
Yeah, I sure do. The following is an excerpt from the abandoned project Abstinence Good, Jesus Gooder. All right, boys. Did you know that before marriage, the female anatomy releases a specific substance? It's a gift from God when He created us, to keep us from straying away from Him. When you are married, sex feels good and is a great way to strengthen your bond as a couple and your authority as a man over your wife.
Wow.
But before marriage, the birth canal is coated in sand. Most women enjoy the power they feel forcing innocent, unassuming men to fornicate painfully. But then I forgot to transition. So, when you feel tempted to have premarital sex, just remember GVRD. Grainy vagina, raw dick. And then remember RDAD, raw dick, AIDS and death. Praise Jesus.
All right. All right. It's good. It's good. Is that the one you finished here?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. It's uphill from here.
Okay. All right. Got to establish a base camp.
Yeah.
Grainy vaginas. Oh, and speaking of the joys of matrimony, let's get to segment 2. It's pickup lines. How do you get to there but through here? I don't know. Hey, look. There's something across the bar that's caught your eye. How do you make that instant, meaningful connection? Be honest, straightforward, and direct about your interest and wanting to get to know them better. Bullshit! Slang some kind of cheesy line that's sure to show them that you mean business, and your business is rubbing genitals forthwith. In pickup lines, you're asked to come up with 3 pickup lines. 2 are from the following things. All right. I'm not going to talk about bills because then I'll have to edit this out. So I'm stopping there. Let's hear our 3 pickup lines. Ben Feldman, your 3 pickup lines. Let's start with 1, and we'll go. You don't have to do them all. Your 3 will be coming to or from Crocs.
Crocs, the
Crocs.
shoe.
Yeah,
Crocs, the shoe.
the shoe. Or however you interpret CROCS. It could be anything.
CROCS, the shoe. I interpret it as the shoe company.
Rightly so.
Hey, pair of Crocs, if you're free this Saturday, let's hit the town. Shall I put you on at 8?
Sure. It's very straightforward. Very nice. Asking, not demanding.
Wholesome.
Yeah, super wholesome. Let's see how wholesome these are. Not Jacqueline. Melony, let's hear your first of 3 pickup lines to her from Unions.
Hey, I'll let you jump your position on the seniority list to have a chance to hit this cooch.
Right. Yeah. I don't know anything about unions, clearly. So, seniority lists. Hot stuff. Ben, 2 of 3. 2 are from Crocs.
You know, I love having only 2 people here because it's my turn sooner.
It
I
is.
Love it. Hey there, pair of Crocs. You look so good. I want to sweep you off your feet and take you somewhere far away from these elevators.
I could see that being a problem. I didn't think about it.
Oh, it is. Look it up.
Oh, okay. Shit. Yeah, I can see. Is it like the block of Jell-O thrown into the paper shredder, sort of essentially the same?
Yeah, there's a whole like protect your feet campaign around from Crocs. People have been getting them stuck in elevators. So I figured, hey, what better way to pick someone up than to sweep them off to safety?
Yeah, that is very chivalrous of you.
Women love safety as much as shoes do, or shoes the other way around.
Either way, who doesn't love safety? Especially who doesn't love safety? For you as well. What's your second of 3 pickup lines? 2 are from unions.
You seem inexperienced, but I'm into that. I like making an apprentice into a journeyman.
Oh, that is classy.
Someone did some Googling on union terms.
Oh, no, I'm from a union family, actually.
Journeyman, that's a great word.
It is. Not often used enough.
No,
Yeah.
not enough.
Become a journeyman of this coach. No.
Sounds like an Eric Clapton song.
It does. Ben, let's wrap up your half of this prompt and continue to hurtle towards the end of the show. Your third of 3
we're in no
pickup
rush.
lines.
We're in no rush,
No,
Jess.
no, we're languidly, leisurely sauntering towards segment 3. But let's hear your third. Yeah,
it's a nice Thursday here on the West Coast where we have them.
Yeah, it's so weird they don't have them over there. Third of 3 pickup lines, 2 are from Crocs.
Hey there, pair of neon green and pink Crocs. What do you say we ditch the kid and take a trip down to Sniff Town?
Oh,
Fetish joke.
Sure. Everybody get on the bus to Sniff Town. You can only get there by bus. Thank you, Ben, and Melanie. I gotta stop looking at that name that's on the page because it's not yours. I could have changed it. Would have made it easier on myself. I didn't. Melanie, let's hear your third of 3 wrapping up pickup lines. 2 are from unions.
You're invited to come collective bargain, if you know what I mean. An orgy. I mean an orgy.
Yeah. Seems like there's a lot of collective bargaining going on in that sort of arena. And I only go to orgies that take place in arenas. I feel like a gladiator. All right. Segment 3. Campaign Trail. Oh, one of my faves. And I'm looking forward to... Yep. And I get to save that other one. Campaign Trail. Politics seem pretty important recently. I mean, they were important before, but we just assumed they weren't. But boy, howdy, aren't they now? So it's time for you to hit the road and win voters over to your way of thinking, or at least trick them into wanting to have a beer with you for some damn reason. In Campaign Trail, it's your job to give us a campaign speech from the following candidate, vying for your support in their pursuit of a particular office, post, or platform. Ben Feldman, you are a box of old greeting cards running for mayor of a storage unit. Oh, we've lost you, Ben.
Hello, sorry.
There you are.
Sorry about that.
That's right.
Yes, I am a box of old greeting cards running for mayor of a storage unit, and here is my campaign speech. Fellow citizens of Storage Unit 143, I know things have been tough lately. We haven't seen daylight in months. The dead body reeks like a million shits. And crime has doubled. Our current mayor, stack of CDs, promised us things would improve, but they've only gotten worse. There's a growing rift between the sentimentals and the practicals. The valuables just keep getting more valuable. And the poor seasonal items, they don't know where the hell they stand. I mean, yes, the childhood Christmas ornaments, you guys have nothing to worry about. But the rest of you, incomplete croquet set, never used raft, too tight ski boots, you must be shitting your pants with worry. You couldn't be sentimental if you tried. I mean, any day now you could end up at the dump or worse, at a trailer park. Can I promise that we're going to be auctioned off someday? No, I have no control over anything. I'm inanimate. But what I can promise you is that the stack of CDs can't either, and change is good. Our other opponent, String, that when pulled turns the ceiling light on, is technically not even a citizen of the unit. He came with the place and is clearly disqualified. Set of weights with one of the 5-pound weights missing. I never thought of you as just a practical item. I thought of you as a good friend and neighbor, but lately you've been playing the practical card, and we're all getting a little tired of it, frankly. The last time the human was here, we lost some of our best items, and when he dropped off that box of tangled, unsorted wires, I thought, there goes the neighborhood. I'm sure you all did too. There have been calls by some items to defund the motion detectors. Well, those items are fucking idiots. We need more motion detectors, not fewer. Box of tax receipts from 3 years ago, you have no value, and you never will. There's no reason for you to be here. You should be destroyed, and I'm not proposing anything to help you, just a waste of space you are, and I don't like you. Now, I know that kind of attitude does not typically win races, but you all hate box of tax receipts from 3 years ago as much as I do, so I'm attempting to appeal to you on a populist level with that point. In conclusion, I may be a box of old greeting cards with the sentimental privilege of a dead child's ashes, so my future is secure AF, but I know what it takes to bring this storage unit into the next monthly payment, and that thing is more of the same. So vote for me for mayor of Storage Unit 143, because an election will give us something to do.
Thank you, Ben. Oh, I do have a bit of an issue with the very problematic stance that the dangly string used to turn on the light is somehow not a citizen. Actually, I think this is sort of a genocidal. Look, you guys you're occupying this land, so they're really more of a citizen than the tax.
Are you saying he was here first, Jesse?
I mean they mentioned how they were there when they got there, so it's just they recognize that they're on the wrong side of history.
Well, that's just how I feel.
It's fair. It's fair. They're not going out of their way to make any friends. Wait, am I messing up this? No, I think I made a wrong stance myself there. Oh, that's not how I feel about natives. Edit. Okay. Thank you, Ben. So good. Melony, I think I'm looking forward to this one just as much. Your campaign speech. You are a nearly expired Paint and Sip Groupon running for a position on a bachelorette party weekend.
Look, bachelorettes, I understand I'm the dark horse of this race. The choices between taking the besties to drink wine and paint dogs in order to appease the bride's weirdo husband-to-be, or going to Vegas and having a real good time only for the bride to hear for the rest of her life that he knows something happened in Vegas, and no, it's not projection about his secret bachelor party. Of course the bridal party wants to go to Vegas. Now it's not even that Vegas is fun. It is that weird men must be spited at all costs. But here's the deal. Vegas is not fun. Vegas is overpriced. A black hole you throw money into in the hopes that you profit eventually. You pretend to be rich for a weekend, and then you go home poorer than ever. Paint and Sip is fun. It is peak white woman joy. It is like a woman's college experience for heterosexual women that lasts one night. all the all the camaraderie of an all-female community without any of the pesky lesbians making you think about whether or not you actually even like your weird controlling boyfriend, fiance, husband thing. And Groupons, unlike Vegas, are financially practical. And then you can use all the money you save to buy a night with a gigolo at the Airbnb. You can all pass them around and dip into him like paint water, and that dick fiance won't even know. And the bridal party will be more than financially rebounded in 5 or 6 years when she remarries, because we all know this marriage is a terrible idea. Vote for me!
Oh. Everyone on this program always believes in love. It's the one thing that triumphs from show to show. We're not all broken. Segment 4, angry poems. You only get 2 of them this time. Deal with it. You'll have to wonder what the other thing that rhymed with the other 2 was. It was really kind of bland. Oh, wow, that works out. Segment 4, angry poem. You want to get people to notice you. Or wait, was that supposed to be a question mark? Yeah, okay. You want to get people to notice you? Scream something provocative in their dumb, stupid, idiot faces, and they'll know you're serious about your message and your art. And so, and write an angry poem about it. We want you to let your rhyme-adjacent feelings be known to the world via your angry poem about the following subjects. Ben Feldman, let's hear your angry poem about the intricately planned. Ben.
Hey, Jesse. Well, you know I'm not a publicly angry person. My rage is hidden.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if I'm going to be able to emote properly on this one, but take my word for it, I'm pissed off.
Noted.
For some people, everything has to be intricately planned. A trip to the store, a productive weekend. It's just a trip to Trader Joe's, man. We're short on sliced ham and apricot jam. There's certainly no need for grid paper, Sam. Draw out a map with CAD software and what? Make the trip more efficiently planned? Just chill TFO. Be spontaneous, man. For some folks, everything has to be intricately prepped. Lists to be made, promises kept. But I ask you, what does it matter if it's August or Sept? Just pick ye a date for the chimney to be swept. For some assholes, everything has to be intricately arranged, plotted, mapped out, and then last minute changed. Can't you see the stress that causes you mange? Just pick any place for the hostage exchange. For some motherfuckers, everything has to be intricately contrived. Think you can make up your mind while we're alive? We're mugging this dude, not solving world hunger. Flip ye a coin. Use a gun or a knife. For some people, everything has to be intricately planned. Condoms, withdrawal, sponges, the pill, scooping out all the sperm with your hand. Stop freaking the F out. It's just parenthood, man. For some people, everything has to be intricately planned. For sex, come on. I get it, you're busy. Calendar always in hand. No need to pencil me in. Let's just fuck when we can. Back to you, Yosemite Sam.
Thank you, you rascally varmint. Thank you, Ben. Oh, just scoop it out with your hand. That was an angry poem about intricately planned. Again, the one we missed was really kind of bland, which brings us to Melony Ford. Let's hear your angry poem about a 100 grand.
I love that this is my second candy bar poem on this show.
Was it? I don't do that deep research. I
Yeah.
didn't realize. Oh, well, there you go.
Okay. I thought Snickers was the one. I thought many nights in parking lots licking the vein was true romance. But Snickers removed the vein. I thought I'd be okay. I thought I'd move on. And you came along. I thought it could work. I thought nuts in my mouth was all the same. But you abandoned me. No wonder everyone hates you, 100 grand. Fuck you, $100,000. You didn't even taste good.
No, you're right. That was very, very direct, very angry. I like $100,000. It might be too much caramel, though. It might be too much. It's tough. So I understand. and the Crispies, a little coarse. I get it. It's not for everybody. It's not even for me most of the time. And just like that, guys, the pre-shows were longer than the show. Segment 5. Segment 5. It's movie makeup. Here we go. Summer blockbuster season seems to come earlier and earlier every year. Just like the war on Christmas and that rash shaped like Odie on the inside of your thigh. The point is, if there is one, is movies. I forget my intonation when the theater going experience is roaring back to life, and you're just as capable as any of those other hacks making millions of dumb money dollars writing movies in Hollydumb. Ugh. I want another take of this, but I'm not going to do it. You know what? Bill's not here. From the top. Segment 5, movie makeup. Summer blockbuster season seems to come earlier and earlier every year, just like the war on Christmas and that rash shaped like Odie on the inside of your thigh. The point is, if there is one, is movies. See, that was the read we were going for. The theater-going experience is roaring back to life, and you're just as capable as any of those other hacks making millions of dumb money dollars writing movies in Hollydumb. So how about you take a crack at it in movie makeup, where you're asked to give us your synopses of these made-up movies based on the following titles, pulled from the various random title generators of our friends at sevensanctum.com. Nobody tell them we do this. Ben Feldman. This is why it actually came up. I didn't finagle this dumb title at all. Ben, let's hear your synopsis for the made-up movie, The Legend of the Bat Person.
Okay, Jason. Well, you might have heard of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
This is not that.
No.
This is The Legend of Bat Person.
Yes.
It's different. Based in New York City, it's the story of an anti-hero who, at a young age, kills his parents. He grows up to be super happy, and he decides to spend his time committing crime. Despite being dirt poor, ugly, and stupid, he has a weak chin and covers it with a mask meant for eyes. Does he dress like a bat? Damn right he does. Well, how is that different from Batman? Well, you see, it's not that kind of bat. This protagonist disguises himself as a man-sized Louisville slugger, which makes it hard for him to walk. So he doesn't even walk, really. It's more like he swings. The plan is to make 20 movies and have the same actor play the Bat Person in all of them. It's one continuous story. Every plot turn is super fresh and original. Nothing ever repeats, and we only learn his origin story once and definitely not 20 times. His arch enemies are crime fighters, the serious, who has a beautiful, perfect, unsmiling mouth, and the straight shooter, who is very direct and never speaks in riddles. There's another dude, too, who is hard to describe. He's kind of like the opposite of a penguin. The Bat Person has an ugly platonic friend named the Cat Person who is useful. She looks nothing like a cat, rather a hip person from the 60s, a daddy-o, a cool cat. And the movie needs her badly. She loves men and is not a bitch. And she has the powers of Superman. Now, Batman also has a very straight, very out-of-shape, tall sidekick named Pigeon, who wears baggy clothes that are not red and green. And he's in every movie, and there's no sexual tension with the Bat. And Bat Person does not have a butler, and he drives an unmodified Honda Civic. He lives in a very well-lit, very open outdoor space with no ceiling or roof. He has no gadgets, and he has the powers of Superman. People never get tired of the legend of the Bat Person.
No.
Yosemite.
Thank you, Ben. Oh man, I'm going to to my contractually obligated superhero movie watch this weekend, because as an American, you're legally required to watch everything put out by our Lord and Savior, Disney Plus. So, but I would much rather see the Bat Person. All 20 movies with completely unique twists. Thank you, Ben Feldman. Hey, Ben Feldman. I don't know why I have to say your full name every time, but you know what, Ben Feldman. How can other people enjoy what you're about elsewhere outside of the Stab Show? How can people see more Ben Feldman?
Well, primarily you can see me on Twitter, Ben_Feldman.
Mm-hmm.
I post all my shows there. I make jokes on there. My shows are every Friday and Saturday night here in Oakland. I run a show called Comedy Oakland, so you can go to comedyoakland.com. We also have a new Thursday night show in Berkeley called Backroom Comedy. You can also get tickets on comedyoakland.com.
Mm-hmm.
And if you happen to be in the Bay Area, San Francisco, on a Sunday, I often run the Sunday showcase at the San Francisco Punchline.
Nice. Plenty of opportunities to see Ben, and I'll try and make this one of those more often. Thank you, Ben. So good, as always.
Thank you, man. It was fun.
Yeah. Hey, Melony.
Hello.
How about, before we get to your final piece, you tell us, since they have changed, that's not reflected on the screen, because I do that on another computer. Why? That only makes it harder. But you can let people know that there's a whole new different set of ways to find Melony Ford out in the world. So how about you inform them?
That is correct. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and now Twitter as Oops, I'm non-binary. Yeah, and then I'm here like a lot. Like I'm gonna be here this weekend doing something mixed fitsy, and then I'm here next Saturday doing Friend Fiction. I'm also on Scene Kids again this month.
Yeah.
And then should I talk about it?
I mean, I guess you can.
Yeah, and then I'm back on here in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'll try harder that time.
Oh,
I promise.
Stop.
Yeah.
Don't, because I don't want to risk coming back after a couple of years and not being the best person on the panel.
Fair enough.
So sandbag it if you can.
Okay.
I don't know that I have it anymore. Yeah, in a couple weeks, because Milk got people to get us up to a level 5 hype train. I had to give in and let them guest host an edition of the Stab Show with me back on the panel. I haven't done it in so long. Oh, it's going to be a disappointment. It's too much buildup. So just be ready for that. In 2 weeks, we'll be doing that. But let's finish what we've done tonight before we think about 2 weeks from now. Melony Ford, let's hear your synopsis for, I don't know. I tried. I refreshed all of the generators to try and come up with something else, but none of them tickled my fancy quite the way this one did. Let's hear your synopsis of the made-up movie Southern Shark.
Of course. And much like Ben Feldman, I came up with something very original. Okay.
Okay.
It's 1861, and right as the Civil War is about to begin, Sharklet O'Hara lives at Ripon Terra, her family's plantation in Georgia. Sharklet is attracted to Ashley Whalks, soon to be wed to another, but soon finds herself catching the attention of Reef Butler. As the war breaks out, Sharklet marries Sharkles, Whaleske's brother-in-law, but Sharkles dies in the war, reigniting sexual tension between Sharklet and Reef. Sharklet chases after Whalesk even while marrying 2 more men, including Reef. Reef and Sharklet have a baby named Bonnie Blue Sea, and Sharklet and Whalesk have an affair, even though Ashley is married to Sharklet's cousin, Melony Hamilton. Also, the entire North Army is dolphins. Southern Shark, rated PG for Pufferfish Guide suggested.
Oh, man. So many unique movies tonight. Thank you, Melony. Oh, I almost got started. It doesn't matter. Make sure the outro's ready. And it is. Thank you, Melony. And Stab is over. Thank you for joining us, everyone. And a very special thank you to our amazing panel, Ben Feldman and Melony Ford. Now, if you enjoyed this edition of the Stab Show, well, you're in luck, because there's another 300-ish episodes available for your ear joy via the podcast provider of your choice, be it Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or the Good Pods app. Why not try the Good Pods app? But if you'd rather see the show live and in person as it happens, you can in a couple very different ways. Either by coming down to Stab Comedy Theater in person, or catch the live show on Stab TV on Twitch. Either way, on Thursday nights at 7 p.m., at least for a couple more weeks. It's not that the show's ending. We're going to Fridays. It doesn't matter. That's all we have for you tonight. Once again, I've been your host, Jesse Jones, reminding you that things can always be better, but they can get worse too. So there's that, I guess. Good night! Oh, and that's it. Oh, laughing so much, my runny nose has distracted me from my back. Nope, there it is. It's back. Good times, guys. I can leisurely change this over in time for the mic later. I don't have to be rushed. Oh, maybe it should only be 2 people all the time. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Melony. I'm going to work on getting us transitioned for the online audience. Why is my nose running so much? Am I dying? Is the pilk coming back? It's eaten my internal organs, and now it's working its way into the world. Nope, let's not do that one. Let's not do that one. Why am I being so picky right now? Oh, because I don't want us to be muted. Okay, that's it, guys. Let's find a place where we can send you to continue your evening of comedy entertainment. We have a handful of folks that we follow still doing stuff. Have we rated Comedy Central before? I'm not sure. I don't know what they do over there. Well, it's a centralized place for comedy from what I understand. But hold on 1 second. We'll raid you over to Comedy Central, and we will be back here tomorrow for Camp Wanderlust, 8 p.m., and then a special Inside the Box at 9, where we try out the new Riff Tracks game. That's it. Hold on for the raid. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Check out stabcomedytheater.com for the full calendar of events. Have a good night. Hold on for the raid.